We believe practice makes permanent. When neurons of the brain fire together through repeated practice, they wire together in networks. When children have learning issues, or are learning English as a second language, regions of the brain need extra, specifically targeted practice. These regions include the language and reading areas. Students who come from poverty also need to develop or strengthen basic cognitive skills like attention and working memory that help them learn.
I got into education for kids, believe in education, came from a single parent home with all the negative statistics that said I shouldn't be here. So I've learned the importance of reading. Being a high school principal and a high school teacher, I saw how kids came to me and they lacked foundational skills.
We can have negative impacts on the brain's maturation. Factors like poverty or stress in the environment, or even the process of learning a second language. Now, when a child learns a second language, they not only have to learn the vocabulary, they have to learn the sound system for the language, the phonemes of the language.
The part of the brain that maps speech sounds begins in the left hemisphere. Later, the visual area develops a map for letters. After that, another area will help integrate the speech for sounding out words and reading aloud.
One of the things that neuroscience has done is developed neuroscience-based programs that drive the brain to utilize those specific parts of the brain, and also the fiber tracks, the big highways that link parts of the brain together, to exercise those so they become faster and more efficient and better insulated with something we call myelin.
Myelin is an insulating layer. It wraps the axon fiber of neurons that send information through the brain. Its main purpose is to increase the speed at which impulses propagate along the myelinated fiber, or the brain's highways. The program that's been developed to do this has been called Fast Forward. It was developed by neuroscientists to specifically build the areas that are weak and develop the fiber tracks that link those areas in a deliberate way.
Our students in a semester are on average gaining 1.72 years of reading, which is significant at the secondary level. And our students are also, 92 to 95% of them, are transferring those skills into the general classroom and actually passing all of their 6 classes.
As we start the second 9 weeks of school, our average across the district from kindergarten to 10th grade is 1 year, 1 month of improvement among the 200 students that have taken their pre and post RPI.
Fast Forward has built-in technology that we call glasses for the ears. It takes the different speech sounds of English and fine-tunes them. When children struggle to learn to read, it's like when you lose your cell phone connection. It means some part of the network is down.
Because phonics, the ability to sound words out, depends upon a child's ability to hear the sounds, perceive them accurately, and then be able to map them onto letters.
We've narrowed the achievement gap for thousands of students over the years as a Tier 2 and Tier 3 intervention strategy. It works the best. We have data after data that shows that it narrows that gap, and it's been a tremendous asset for those children that have been through the program.
Technology can also strengthen memory skills, so students can remember sight words, participate in class discussions, and retain what they have heard and read. Fast Forward is engaging for K-12 students because it's similar to playing video games.
So we're really fortunate in that the Fast Forward program is a game-type atmosphere. It doesn't feel necessarily like reading. It's giving them immediate feedback for what they're doing at that moment exactly, to tell them, did you make an error? Do you need to fix it? What can you do better next time?
How else do we know it works? Research at Stanford University and at other major universities showed that Fast Forward use resulted in fast, enduring positive changes in the brains of struggling learners. Technology also can help students practice guided oral reading, which is the method that has been proven to build reading fluency. The Reading Assistant program uses the power of speech recognition technology and is the only online reading tool that corrects and supports students as they read aloud.
I'm the principal of Highland View Elementary School, which is a city elementary school in Bristol, Virginia, with 188 students who are at 99.4% poverty rating. I feel very strongly about the implementation of Fast Forward and Reading Assistant. And with the implementation at our school at Highland View, I'm even more a staunch supporter for Fast Forward because I can see how it scaffolds the learning from the other interventions and it's enabling our students to achieve at greater levels.
In 2015, after implementing Fast Forward, 5th grade reading scores increased from 55.4% to 72.4%.
Seen some great success stories. Some kids do well, test out of products. For some of our students, our lowest 25%. That's been the biggest success for them, and it continues with them after they leave.
Reading is something that children have to learn. They don't acquire it naturally, and that's a part of the brain that is very prone and adaptable to reading kinds of neuroscience-based exercises. Fast Forward has very specific exercises designed to build this capacity to perceive speech sounds and then translate that into learning to decode. And finally, the Fast Forward programs have built-in technology to improve attentional skills. And we have research showing that after students go through the Fast Forward program, they can pay attention in a classroom to the teacher and learn on demand.
To learn more about how Fast Forward and Reading Assistant can help your students, go to SciLearn.com.